Assalamualaikum and good days. My name is Ahmad Iqbal Bezamri, final year student at University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia. Today, I would like to present about my final year project. The title is The Comparison of Undrained Shear Strength of In Situ and Laboratory Tests. My project is supervised directly by Encik Zulkifli bin Abu Hassan and Dr. Muhammad Nazrin bin Muhammad Daud. The purpose of the experiment is to find out about undrained shear strength of soil in University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia by using both in situ and laboratory method and comparing both data at the end of experiment. Next is problem statement. From sampling the sample to carry out the test, results that can be gathered from in situ tests are being used for a long period of time to obtain related data for geotechnical study such as soil properties and parameters that later will be used for analysis and design purposes or other purposes. The initial study signified that the stress strain strength flow regulated with laboratory experiment are obtained from high quality sample. However, the result acquired is always inconsistent as there is no unified method available to evaluate the performance of all in situ testing equipment. There are three main objectives that have been established for this project. The first is to determine undrained shear strength of soil in University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia by using field-based shear test and unconfined compression test. The second is to identify the difference and variation of data between field-based shear test and unconfined compression test. And lastly, to establish a coefficient that can be used for the soil investigation in UPNM area. Next is methodology. The first is flowchart. Flowchart is the step that need to be complete in order for the experimentation to be conducted properly. Start with choose area for testing. Next is conducting both in situ and laboratory experiment. And lastly, combine all the data gathered to make a conclusion. Pictures show the equipment and also the area of study. Main equipment used for this project is for in situ test, the field-based shear test, and for laboratory test is triaxial automated load system. The location of study is at University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia and area of study choose is at field area with Epsilon Tower. Next is the significance of this study. The significance of the study is to establish the coefficient by using the result from field test and laboratory test. This coefficient can be used to determine the shear strength of soil. For example, by using only UC test, shear strength on the field can be obtained from the use of the equation. This data can be used to determine shear strength of soil on the other side beside the test area choose in UPNM. Results are the combination of data after the test is complete. The first table shows the shear value for both field-based shear test and unconfined compression test with moisture content for each area of experiment. And the left side is the graph represent the shear value in graphical view. This table shows variation of data from the difference of the shear value between in situ test and laboratory test. The value is then converted into a percentage value for each area. The last is the table showing how to use the data variation to produce coefficient for shear strength of soil in University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia. There are three conclusions that have been concluded at the end of the experiment. The first objective is achieved. There are significantly difference in the data between in situ and laboratory testing. The second objective is also achieved after comparing both experiments. The average percent that is get from the comparison are 20.45%. The third objective is achieved by using the difference produced in objective 2, which is 20.45%, the coefficient for shear soil in UPNM is created. And that's all from me. I hope you enjoy the video and stay safe everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good days.